to the first race of the Dark Souls 1 All Bosses tournament. Very happy to start everything off. I'm Commander Ake, and I'm joined by...
I'm Alibaba. Hello, everyone. I'm going to be co-commentating with Ike today for what will hopefully be a pretty fun race.
Yeah, we have QueueKyoo and MrRaiden here, going to race against each other. They'll be doing the same category, of course, being all bosses. But they're going to be doing some pretty different routes, and so we'll have a lot of fun differentiating between the two and explaining what each runner is doing and what they did right and wrong, and we won't judge them because we know how hard this game is. But yeah, without further ado, unless you want to add something, Ali, I think we're ready for them. You ready?
Yeah, yep, I'm good to go.
All right, guys, let's go. Right, so we're just waiting for the timer. And in the meantime, we can, well, during the race, we'll try to answer some questions in chat. So feel free to message it. Oh, we have quite the difference in time there.
The
But
nice
let's...
black screen.
um, assuming that we're gonna not restart because of that, I guess. Um, both runners are starting with the Thief class and Black Firebombs. Black Firebombs mainly for this upcoming boss here. We have to throw 5 Firebombs at the Asylum Demon. And then the Thief class because they start with the Master Key, which will help them get to Blighttown later on. We have MrRaiden playing as a purple person, and QueueKyoo as the beef jerky that everyone loves.
Yeah, Raiden dropping the broken straight sword there. Not going to get the insane time safe and blocking now.
Let me just make sure. Okay. I had to check some pings for our Speed Souls talk. And yep, this is going to be a pretty simple boss. Both runners are just going to dispose of the demon rather quickly with 5 firebombs.
And
And
both of them are going to pick up the bandit's knife here, which is going to be used for Taurus as well as cutting off the Hellkite Drake tail later.
yep. And let's see if any of them remember to quit out. The hard part about this is a lot of us are used to doing in-game time stretch where the timer will stop if we quit out, and so a lot of us use quitting out to our advantage to basically save time. But in this case, the runners remember to do RTA strats because the timer's not going to stop until the race ends. So
Yeah, normally we time runs by IGT, so quitting out on door saves like 5 seconds, but it's like 5 seconds slow RTA, so it's best not to do it in the tourney.
And we see Raiden drop the sword, the straight sword hilt, which is actually pretty concerning. It must be an old school strat. But oh, we see dropping the DGH as well, just like huge drop
Nice.
community here. But yeah, both runners are going to be heading to Undead Burg, and like Alibaba said, they'll be fighting the Taurus Demon with the Bandit Knife, and that will be the first boss. And then they'll make their way. They'll actually do different things from then, and so we'll be able to hopefully describe what each of them do differently.
Yeah, and you'll notice that QueueKyoo occasionally before he starts sprinting does a couple of toggles, and that's because in this game when you toggle or block before you start sprinting, you actually get to full speed a bit faster, which saves about a frame or so, which can amount up to 1 or 2 seconds throughout the run.
Yeah, it mostly just gives us something to do during the run.
Yeah. You can also block out of animations too, which is nice.
Yes, here comes the dragon or the Drake. We see QueueKyoo actually got staggered by it. If you do your roll timing correctly, let's see if Raiden does it. He actually got it pretty well there. So if you roll correctly, I guess, or in time, you can avoid the stagger. Both runners are going to talk to the Undead Merchant by the rapier, the short bow, the east-west shield, 3 wooden arrows, and also they're going to use a glitch called Prom Swap to buy the bottomless box. Basically, we take advantage of the fact that this game is a PC port, and we buy an item at the same time that we switch item categories in the merchant menu. It allows us to buy items that we normally wouldn't be able to afford, which is why we're allowed to buy the bottomless box, which we'll be using for glitches later on.
Yeah, it looks like Raiden did not prompt swap the box, so I imagine he's going to pick up the bow and dark root when he goes to get
Oh,
RTSR.
yeah, good point. We're gonna see, variations like that are gonna be very, very spread out throughout each run. And I may not notice them in Raiden's case because I haven't run his route before, but we have Alibaba for that, and for several other reasons. Um, but we saw them both pick up the gold pine resin, which is a buff for the bandit knife here. It makes it slightly less worse, if that makes slightly better, I'll say, for this Taurus demon fight. And we'll see how both of them treat it. We see QueueKyoo coming up here. Raiden's just a few seconds behind, likely because of the weird black screen. One thing about the bandit knife is it has a bleed effect, so after 4 hits, you'll actually see the bandit knife do bonus damage. And that makes this fight just a bit easier. But generally, Taurus Demon isn't terrible. You have to worry about his stomps, but it's generally not that bad.
Now we're at QQ's nemesis, the Hellkite Drake.
Yeah.
So he's gonna heal here for a bit of timing, and then he's gonna shoot down Hellkite with the bow, use the Gopon resin, and he's gonna do 3 R1s to cut off the tail to get the Drake sword, which is gonna be the weapon we're gonna use for beginning of the run.
He got
Looks like he got it, nice.
Got it. So
Also,
no insane backup strats needed.
Raiden's doing insane throwing knife strats.
Nice shrug.
Oh no! This is not
No,
good.
he's quitting out.
This is really not good.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no.
Alright, well, it's okay. Both runners have been trained in the backup strat, I'm sure. I'm definitely going to have to learn it before I have my race, don't get me wrong. So I'm trying not to glue my eyes to Raiden's screen for a second. QQ's running to SGS, which will be used to basically sequence break the game to go to Sense Fortress early before ringing both bells. We see Raiden struggling with the with the throwing knife, but we'll see what happens here.
Oh no.
Oh, he's not going to use the DPR.
Oh, he died.
Oh, he's dead.
No.
Oh my god. Okay.
No.
Well, while that's happening, we have QQ here. Let me try to explain SGS. Basically, if you parry and riposte in a specific place on these stairs, you get the death cam because you enter the trigger of the death cam, which is actually separately located or located in a different area than the actual death trigger. So that's why you can get this top-down camera view, which is only really supposed to happen if you're about to die in the game from falling. But we see he actually avoided the death because he parried and riposted at the correct place. And so in this state, assets to the game don't load, and that includes Sen's Gate. And so we're going to see QQ be able to actually run into Sen's Fortress while in this death cam state, and then he'll quit out to revert it back to normal. And you actually saw, yeah, some people are pointing out, he actually, he did fist riposte, which leaves the hollow actually alive. And for safety, he used a firebomb to kill the hollow. Killing the hollow for SGS is a safety strat because if you keep him alive, he may actually block the bonfire if you're not fast enough to it. You saw QQ needed that bonfire to level up 11 endurance and strength. So
yeah. Sometimes he can be like the hollow can be like super speedy, just stop you from resting. And if your pathing is really bad, it can also block you anyway. So it's nice to kill him in a race.
Yeah. Another strat that people are aware of is probably using the rapier to kill the hollow with the riposte, but a lot of people, myself included, find fist SGS very easy. And we see QQ here going, he's trying the kill strat, and that's not going to work. I don't know. See, maybe if Duck hadn't told people to do that, then this wouldn't be a problem. But anyway, QQ is taking a bit of a detour here. We're not going to see Raiden do this. And he's going to be freeing Logan, mainly because he's going to use his sorcery. He's going to gather it around in the mid-game. Actually, let me see what happens here with Raiden. I really hope that he can manage... Oh, and he died again.
This is
oof.
Really bad.
I would almost opt for Lightning Spear here. Anyway, so QQ is going to be picking up some sorcery. mainly for a very new skip found very recently in QQ's version of the route. And I'm really excited to explain it when it comes about, but he'll be pulling away with a huge time save in the DLC compared to Raiden. And so it's looking pretty good for him, honestly, given the stuff that Raiden's been unfortunately kind of cursed with Hellkite Drake being as terrible as it is. I would not want to be in this position, but I believe in Raiden very much. Actually, I think he is going to buy the Lloyd's Talisman here. Oh, he didn't. Did he pick it up?
I didn't see actually.
I don't know if he did. Yeah, I saw the item there. So he's actually going to be detouring to what looks like Blighttown. Um,
Hmm,
this is interesting.
it's very interesting. Hmm.
Um, okay. Oh, he might be. Yeah, Regal's actually good point. Regal. He's actually getting RTSR likely, to perhaps help with this stuff, and he does a gesture to be very proud of himself here. And totally embrace the meme run that this has become, even though this is already a meme. And we saw
That's
QQ here actually do
yeah. Yeah.
move swap. So
So yeah, basically, move swap's probably one of the most important glitches in this game. Basically, in DS1, unlike in games like Dark Souls 2, the only weapon you can two-hand in your left hand is the bow. So if you queue up the two-handing of the bow in your left hand, doing an animation like a jump, and as you're two-handing, you swap it out for a different weapon, like the Drake sword in this case, the game will actually two-hand that weapon in your left hand, which normally isn't supposed to happen. And in this state, the game essentially thinks you still have the bow equipped, and because the bow doesn't have an a rolling attack, running attack, backstep attack, or plunge attack, it just takes that information from your right hand weapon, which in this case is a quick double hit from the rapier, which
yeah,
lets you do a lot of damage very quickly with big weapons.
yep, we'll be seeing that a lot when both these runners pick up the Dragon Tooth for like the ONS fight, for example. Basically, move swap is going to be the bread and butter glitch. Even though QQ is going to mostly transition to sorcery later on in the game, we'll still see move swap pop in and out, basically. So, but yeah, another thing is both runners are going to end up using RTSR, but QQ is not actually going to pick the RTSR up. He's going to be using a glitch called ESM, which I'll explain later, um, to transform the red sign soapstone that you pick up in Painted World to the RTSR, quote unquote. But both of them will have the same effect here. Raiden is just picking it up legitimately, feels remastered, feels no wrong warp man, those kinds of people. Um,
Yeah, feels
and
pre ESM, man.
yep. And then QQ here is approaching a pretty scary part, so he actually peach shield there, which totally makes sense because these painted guardians on these very thin rafters can actually troll you or throw knives at you, like on this ladder. So he'll probably be fine, but he's probably just being very careful. I would definitely do that in a race too.
Did he? He didn't take the Anolondo bonfire, right?
I don't
I
think
don't
he
think.
did, but I think he's playing that super safe. Like he even blocked that painted
Yeah,
guardian.
it's
So
pretty spooky because if you die and you don't take the bonfire, you have to run all the way through Sense Fortress again, which is
yeah,
not
and
ideal at all.
you have to do SGS again.
Yeah,
Yep.
it was like 5 minutes.
Let's take the bonfire. Interesting.
Is he gonna kill the Black Knight?
I is gonna try to get BKH.
This has become a very interesting route now.
He doesn't have Gadget Mage open, so we're gonna see some pretty no wrong warp traps if you're running any percent remastered. Pay attention to Raiden's. Okay, never mind. He's not right. He's not killing the BKH.
Uh,
We see QQ running to Dark Moon Tomb, which is going to be a bonfire that he takes mostly to level up, so he can wield the Drake sword, and also the Dragon Tooth. So, my God, everyone's just in different positions.
yeah, and you saw that QQ picked up the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn, and that's for the ESM glitch later, which Ike mentioned.
Yep, and Raiden picked up the Hunter set mostly for the longbow, which Alibaba mentioned that the move swap glitch requires a bow. So for QQ, he bought the short bow from the Undead Merchant, but Raiden just picked up the longbow. It's just something we do in No Wrong Warp, and I guess in this route as well.
Yeah, normally in this round, optimally, you would actually prompt swap the box, but I don't think Raiden is very comfortable with that at the moment.
And
Or
that's
maybe it just
totally
doesn't,
fair.
or maybe it just doesn't want to do it. I'm not sure.
Yeah. And honestly, it's super cool to see both runners in different places right now. I personally love Dark Root, so I'm all for Raiden. Oh no! QueueKyoo just messed up the quit out.
Ugh.
But it's fine. I think he quit out at the time. So what he's actually trying to do there is he's trying to quit out and get to the second floor basically before the elevator gets to the second floor, and then quits out before the elevator gets to the top position. And that way he'll be able to respawn on the second floor, or basically load in on the second floor, just like he used the elevator. Um, but the elevator will be sent back down. And this will save some time later on when he needs to go to Painted World, where he'll have to use that elevator in its low position again. So he's going to retry it here. I think it should be fine. Oh, he actually just didn't
Yeah,
do it.
yeah.
Yeah, and that's fair, because if you die, it's kind of annoying. We still have a chance. Maybe Raiden will end up doing it. He is...
Well, apparently QQ's online, apparently.
Is
Damn.
QueueKyoo online?
Yeah, apparently insane invalid run.
I love this game.
Oh, dude.
All right, so we're gonna see some bloodstains, some messages from players.
Yeah.
We're gonna see some ghosts. We're gonna see some nubs dying to ONS, I'm sure, on QQ's screen. Feels good, man.
Yeah, big chest
Um,
ahead, by the way.
Yeah, and this looks okay. So Raiden is now doing SGS. So now that I explained SGS, you should be able to give me a rundown of what it is. Treat it like a little quiz, so to speak. And never mind, he's giving the shield bash. So both runners
Nice.
are actually doing fist. I want to see, is he just going to run? Yeah, he's just going to
Yeah.
run. So I doubt he's going to get
He already took the
blocked by the hovel.
bonfire
Oh yeah,
because
yeah, never
he
mind.
went through Valley.
That's fair. So it's totally fine. And QQ's going to actually be taking a peach bonfire here. This is a very traditional peach bonfire, very conventional. A lot of runners do this because the upcoming boss fight is extremely random. ONS, very terrible. Every time I commentate on runs, I have to restrain myself from going on rants about it, so I'll be trying to do that here. More importantly, though, he's going to be picking up the main weapon, or at least the main melee weapon, which is Dragon Tooth. And he'll be
Yeah,
move
and
swapping.
you will really get to see the power of move swap of this weapon.
Absolutely.
Because normally the Dragon Tooth is an extremely slow weapon, but with move swap, it's just insanely quick.
And Raiden's picking up the soul at the corner of Sen's right there. He got hit by the snake, but it's not terrible. It's just going to take his time here. And it really is. It's still anybody's run, because a lot of deaths in this run can just really set you back. So, it's as I said, it's still anybody's run, and so I still have full faith that this could be a pretty close run. It would be a lot of fun. It's already been loads of fun. We see QueueKyoo going up for ONS. So this is a terrible boss fight. Here it is in full illustration. We see Ornstein actually being normal. And it takes 3 move swaps. And this is actually going to be...
He actually survived.
Oh, he actually got hit. My
I
gosh.
thought for sure you would die from that. Nice.
Yep. So I would probably just heal, I'm guessing. He's probably gonna be looking for a heal right now, which he could probably do, and that's totally fair.
I should be able to finish Ornstein here. Oh, he peached out a bit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I think he wants to bait some attacks out, which is
Yeah,
fine.
I think and hopefully nerves aren't playing a role right here, but I can definitely see myself getting extremely panicked over this
Okay,
part.
nice. So Ornstein's
And he
down.
got it, okay. I'm also gonna try to remove the delay, because you seem to be...
What you'll notice on Smo is that the Dragon Tooth does an insane amount of poise damage, so you can just stun lock him here.
Yep. And back to Raiden for a little bit. He's actually picking up the lightning spear from this mimic here. And we saw in the last practice race that Speed Souls community did, in which both of these runners participated, QueueKyoo was actually the one stuck doing this, and now Raiden's doing it. He's actually, except QueueKyoo picked up the Lloyd's Talisman. I'm pretty sure Raiden meant to pick it up on that chest where he boned out, but he just didn't pick it up for some reason. So
I think he's gonna have to use the boulder.
use the boulder to kill him. If all goes well, I did not know you could dodge a boulder like that.
Neither did I,
It's
actually.
insane. Oh, get baited. Oh, that mimic didn't know what it was coming. Um,
Nice.
so he's gonna go back up and pick up the prized possession lightning spear, which could actually be used. Oh
Oh no.
no!
Oh, wait, does the weapon despawn if you die, by the way?
No, he picked.
Uh,
He picked
Oh,
it
he
up.
picked it up. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
yeah,
He's
yeah. Don't
fine.
worry. Probably would
He just
despawn.
has to do SGS again now.
Um, yeah, which is not terrible. But he'll be using it in the same manner that you use the Drake sword against the Iron Golem. So it's basically picking up the Drake sword, just very delayed. Um, this is a great. These are great runs. Um, we see QQ here. Actually, he leveled up 15 intelligence. Nice message. He leveled up 15 intelligence mainly because he needs to talk to Logan for a glitch that he'll be using later on. If you don't level up 15 intelligence, Logan is extremely condescending and tells you you're basically too stupid to talk to him, and he just doesn't give you anything.
Yeah, he basically calls you a failure.
Yep. Which he's not wrong about me. Uh, it's a joke. Sorry. He's in Hollow Room now. Pretty awful room, but usually it's okay. And in that case, it was fine. And he's gonna. I'm curious to see if he's gonna do the insane ladder move swap here. Um, basically, Alibaba mentioned. Oh, he tried and he didn't get it, but that's okay. Alibaba mentioned being stuck in an animation to do move swap. Well, one of those animations is getting off of the ladder animation. So there are two opportunities to do that up to gargoyles. But in this case, Kiki's just doing. He's gonna do it too fast. So that's what happens if you do move swap too quickly. You get a left-handed attack with the Drake sword, which actually
Oh
takes.
no, he triggered
Oh,
the
and he triggered
cutscene.
the. And he's actually quitting out for safety. That's not a bad idea, honestly. Um, and I've done that before. That's totally chill. So he's just gonna do it on the wall here. He is quite a bit of a buffer as well, so he should be fine. Oh, but the gargoyle is gonna spawn without the cutscene, and he's gonna get the fly up.
Yeah.
Insane, no punish. What the hell? Didn't watch Capitane's force quit run. What the hell? Didn't do enough research. Um, But anyway, yeah, he'll be talking to Logan for the quantity storage glitch, which we'll be talking about later. He's going to have basically, I'll call it a kind of pause in the run where after he kills QueueKyoo, he'll have to Oh, Raiden just fell off, but that's okay. He'll be duping a lot of souls, and then he'll be buying soul spears and homing soul mass from Logan, which will allow him to traverse the mid game bosses with some sorcery. Um, and that should be pretty fun. And then later on, he'll be using it for Golas Calamite, which I'm excited to explain.
It's gonna be a real treat if you haven't seen it before. So,
Ooh,
QQ's
we got
gonna
to see bench jump.
nice. QQ's gonna kill the Lautrec here
He's
because if you ring the bells and he's still alive, then you can't risk it filing because he kills the Firekeeper. So, gotta kill him. Do you want to rest
yeah.
filing later?
One thing we haven't mentioned, Raiden, that Raiden just did is the runners both quit out on this ramp to reset the boulder that would have come down and kill them. So it just saves a bit of time, even RTA, by resetting the boulder, so you could just finish your run here. Oh, and he's actually. Oh, he takes RTSR. Okay, I get it. Yeah. So yeah,
the
he took.
lightning spear fight would be free with RTSR actually.
Oh, it feels Hundo Man. Feels old Hundo Man.
Yeah.
And Kyuki's going to talk to Rickert to get the Sorcerer's Catalyst. So that's what he'll be using to basically use the spells that he'll pick up from Logan later. We're going to see two glitches from QQ here. Mainly, we already basically Raiden's going through the pathing that QQ went through a bit earlier. So I'm going to focus on QQ now. He's going to do a fall damage cancel, where if you fall down a slope in this game and you land on the ground, the fall damage is delayed. And so what you can do is you can find a way to roll earlier, and you can actually do that by plunging on a slope. So it's going to allow you to roll very, very soon after you land on this ground here, and you see QQ didn't take any damage. He's going to have to quit out here. Ooh, that may have been a slope quit out, actually.
You might spawn at the bottom, yeah.
Yeah. I think he'll be fine.
Nice.
Oh, he did. Yeah, he did. So in that case, basically, let's say like there's a time window essentially after you land on the ground before the damage is dealt to you, right? So you can either roll if you plunge correctly, which QQ did not do, but that's fine because he quit out and the damage is not dealt, but it still stored his position, and so he was able to spawn in a different area necessarily. That we saw, and that's totally fine because he's basically still on track for Blighttown. We see Lightning Spear Golem here. This is actually going to be kind of interesting because I think he missed the first hit, and that's not actually going to work. So we might see a few resets of this fight by Raiden, but that's totally fine. It's perfectly worth um, trying to have the Iron Golem fall.
Yeah,
As we
the
see
strat.
QQ. Yeah,
Yeah,
go ahead.
the strat for Golem basically is that once you deal 400 damage between his below his knees, he staggers, and once you deal 200 more, he falls off. So you want to kind of position him in a way so that he will actually
I
fall off
don't
the
know.
bridge, so you don't need to fight
I
him
don't think that's
legit.
gonna work.
Yeah, that won't work.
Anyway, QQ's on QueueKyoo now. Nothing to see really there. Sometimes she could troll you.
No
That's
bulldozer
actually.
QueueKyoo, luckily. Oh, I got an explosion.
Oh, we got explosion QueueKyoo, but he should be fine. Yeah.
I agree, Hayame.
He's terrible. Is this 2 explosions? Really bad fight. Oh, this should be good for Raiden. Okay, yeah, he'll fall off there.
Yeah. That's like perfect.
Yep.
Nice.
QQ needs to learn butt strats. I mean, it could be kind of tough to do it, honestly, especially if QueueKyoo's giving you 2 explosions. But yeah, I guess ideally you can use butt cancels, but it's no big deal because he didn't die. So actually, I didn't actually anticipate talking about this for some reason, even though I knew he was going to do it. QQ is going to kill Aingi. I don't know how you pronounce this guy's
It's
name.
Inyangi, I think. Something
Yangi.
like that.
Um,
Something like that.
so he kills him,
know.
and then he kills the 5 maggots that spawn from his dead body. Picks up the egg, and he's going to be trading that with Snuggly when he goes to Stray Demon to get the Dragon Scale. So there's another version of this route that's actually faster, where you get the Dragon Scale from Hydra, and then you can dupe it later on. But for whatever reason, QQ likes to do this meme route because he likes killing that guy, and he probably just wanted to showcase it. So hooray, I guess. And he's going to be doing the quantity storage glitch. Raiden's just taking the bonfire now. He'll be heading to rafters. But QQ will be using a glitch where he could basically store a quantity in his memory and then use a bunch of glitches and menuing weird shenanigans, so to speak, to access the memory, access the value that he stored in the memory. So from going through a loading screen, 99 is in his memory right now. He'll be using that to get 999 wooden arrows. The reason why it dupes to 999 is because you're selling framed basically more than what you have, and then the game just basically dupes instead of checks to see if you actually have enough of what you're trying to dupe. So what he's doing here is he's duping the QueueKyoo soul 3 times. Every time he's going back to dupe the QueueKyoo soul, he's storing the 999 arrows that he bought. He's going into view that quantity to store 999 in his memory. So then he will go back into QueueKyoo, buy 999, and then buy 98 to still have that one QueueKyoo soul in his menu, and then rinse and repeat. And now he's going to do the same thing. But he stored a value of 4 in his memory, so he'll be quantity storing 4. What is it? 4 soul spears, and then he's going to buy the whole mass normally.
Oh, the insane run back strats. And now he's gonna level up with the mouse because it's faster. He's gonna get 33 Vit, 16 attunement, 52 endurance, 53 strength, 45 dex, 99 int.
Yeah.
52 endurance is important for a glitch called meme rolls, which we'll explain a bit later, and 45 dex because it increases your cast speed, and 53 strength because you need it for 2-shot Artorias.
Yep. And he's going to attune 3 soul spears and 1 homing soul mass. 4 stray coming up, and for the rest of the mid-game bosses. Oh, did Raiden actually do the elevator glitch?
I didn't see actually. Oh,
Okay.
no.
Well, we'll see.
He might have.
And yeah, so QQ's gonna head to Stray Demon We need it's all bosses first of all. So a nice jump. So we have to kill Stray Demon, but also we have to do Stray Demon now to get the Peculiar Doll, which allows us to gain access to the Painted World. So we'll be doing Stray Demon and then Priscilla. He almost fell there, and there we go.
Yeah, if you didn't have to do ESM, you probably would do Stray later with Darkbeat, but because you need to get to Painted World to get the Soapstone to do ESM, you need to do Stray early.
Oh, and the Silver Knight's not giving him a hard time, an easy time. Raiden.
And he doesn't have the Drake sword, so he can't do the
Drake
R2
sword
strat
either.
either.
Yeah.
He's gonna have to do it the old-fashioned way.
I would just quit out. Honestly, this is kind of terrible. Oh, he might be able to run around him. Maybe. No.
Oh, nice shield blast.
Is he just gonna kill?
Yeah, looks like it.
Yeah. That's fair. The Rapier does do bonus critical damage. So we saw QueueKyoo actually trade the egg there for the Dragon Scale, which he'll be using to dupe later. And he's going to activate Homing Soul Mass here. And Stray Demon is he's a tanky boss. So it's going to take a bit of time to kill. Oh, I cannot believe that just happened. The Soul Spear just totally
running that way though. Monk shake.
This fight used to be so much worse when we only did DT as Malus though.
Oh god,
yeah.
don't remind me.
All right.
It was awful.
Yeah, and actually Raiden's not going to have too much of an issue with it because he's going to probably use RTSR on this boss. So he's actually going to probably save time on him compared to QueueKyoo.
QueueKyoo could have just finished him there, but peached out a bit.
Yeah, honestly, it's fine.
Yeah.
This free aiming is blowing your mind. Well, if you try locking on in this game, it might blow your mind too because nothing works. Yeah. Oh, he got hit up by the Black Knight. It should be fine. He can honestly afford to die.
Okay.
Which he's still not going to do. So QueueKyoo's actually deathless here, which is pretty cool. But he's playing online, so it doesn't matter. Another thing he's doing is he's been basically throwing around back and forth in his bottomless box these arrows. So when he needs the arrows to shoot a boss, like he'll need to shoot Priscilla, or he'll need them to store a quantity of 999, as we saw with quantity storage, he'll take it out of the bottomless box. When he needs it for Framped, he'll use it for, he'll put it back into the the bottomless box. And this elevator that QueueKyoo's sending down right now would have been in its lower position if he had done the quit out method correctly, but this is totally fine. It takes a bit of time to wait for it to come back down, but it's not the end of the world. Is elevator quit out faster RT? Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. Yeah. By a few seconds, maybe. Like 3 or something.
Yeah, obviously not as much as if we were doing IGT strats, but it's still faster just because it's super slow to call the elevator back.
Yeah, also looks cool. Also, Raiden's going to be doing RTSR here on ONS.
Yeah, so
actually makes the fight better than without.
So, but we're gonna get some glitchy Ornstein. Actually, yeah, probably pretty much. No. And he gets shoveled by Smo. That's just kind of bad RNG. It would have been kind of tough to avoid. I feel for him there, but it's totally fine because he took the bonfire.
I guess I'll explain now. So, Red Tearstone Ring, for anyone who doesn't know, is arguably the most OP item in this game. What it does is basically when you're below 20% HP, it gives you a damage boost of about 50%, which is quite a lot.
Yep, and it's basically the reason why we're going to see QueueKyoo run and pick up the red sign soapstone here. So you may ask, why is he doing that? We'll explain it shortly after this section, actually. I'm going to have quite a bit of a fun time explaining that. Basically, we trick the game into being confused.
Yep.
It's basically the gist of it. I'm curious to see if he's going to do the plunge down here.
Yeah, plunge will get out, to be honest.
Yeah, plunge or get out, even if you fall on top of a hollow.
Oh, he's going for it.
He's going for it. Oh, he got hit by the crow!
Oh, no.
Love it. And Raiden's still getting screwed by us.
I love this game sometimes.
Yep. Honestly, it's fine. It would have been cool to see him plunge. Yeah, at least he didn't die. Basically, you can plunge in a similar manner. kind of how I explained how if you plunge on a slope in this game, it lets you roll midair, so you could actually roll midair to iframe fall damage. So it would have been cool to do that, but it's honestly not. It's not the biggest time save, and you could fall on a hollow and die. It's just terrible. Honestly, I'm not surprised that QQ. Well, I mean, he tried it, but I'm not surprised he didn't retry it, especially after getting hit by the crow. Um,
And you will notice that QQ is going to shoot an arrow here at Priscilla because once
yeah,
she aggroes, she goes invisible until you do some damage to her. But if you shoot an arrow, it will just be floating in midair, so you can see where she is easily, as we'll probably see in a moment. Oh, I got the good spawn. Nice.
yeah. He's just
Yes,
gonna.
if you lock onto Priscilla, if she spawns within your field of view, then it will also just take you to where she teleported
Yeah,
to,
all
which
right,
is
Mario.
nice.
It's not good. All right, fine. Um, Raiden's really struggling, and not even necessarily his fault here. It's just like this part of the game is so annoying and so terrible, and it just sucks. And I really feel for Raiden. I've been on like super downward spirals where the game just like completely trolls me several times, and so we're rooting for him. He can do it. Um, he will eventually get it. We see QQ here. He's going to do the quantity storage glitch again, this time to buy 999 pikes. So why would you want to buy 99 pikes? Because you want to cram yourself. Basically, a pike is a very heavy, and so you would be increasing your inventory load to the point where you get crammed, basically. And in this game, there's a leftover mechanic in Demon Souls called the Ring of Herculean Strength, where I believe somebody can correct me on this if they played the game. It if you're at a point where you have increased load, basically due to having the strength, it actually says you can't unequip the ring. So if you saw there, QQ tried to unequip the ring and he got this message called dialogue question mark. That's basically, I believe, the leftover mechanic, but obviously in a much glitchier state in Dark Souls. The point being is that when you're crammed, you can do ESM, equip slot manipulation. The dialogue box allows you to equip equip an item in an invalid slot. In this case, he equipped the red sign soapstone in his ring slot that was empty, right beside the Ring of the Sun's Firstborn. And so now he technically has RTSR because the red sign soapstone, for whatever reason, shares the same item ID as the RTSR. So it's a complete coincidence that we could do ESM with this item and save a lot of time, but it basically allows him to continue with RTSR without having to pick up the actual RTSR like Raiden did at the beginning of this run.
Yeah, and we also saw QQ right after did what I like to call the negative dupe with the dragon scale. I'll attempt to give a scuffed explanation. I can correct me if I'm wrong, but basically what he did after he prompt swapped the crest is he stored up a negative quantity by selecting the pike again, and he opened a double menu by pressing A and then slightly after R1 on the brightness option in the menu, and that opens what we call a double menu. And if you try to drop an upgrade material like dragon scale
Yeah.
during that double menu, it actually allows you to drop the negative quantity you have stored, which actually dupes the item.
Yep. Basically, we see Kiki doing Hydra, pretty simple stuff. We also saw Raiden get past ONS, which is really awesome. So he can continue this run and show us what else he's got in store for us. And again, it really is anybody's run. As we see, QQ just missed Hydra, so he's going to lose a lot of time. Stuff like this can happen all throughout the run. But anyway, yeah, the negative dupe quantity. The reason why it happens is because if you basically you're only casually supposed to have one weapon only of each in this run, and so if you have more than one weapon, the game gets kind of glitched out because it calculates the amount that you could buy by taking the the maximum that you can buy, which is always going to be one for a game mechanic. Oh my god,
Oh no.
Raiden gets riposted by the Baldur Knight. But anyway, it takes the maximum amount that you can buy one minus the amount that you have. And remember, I said he has 999 pikes, so one minus 999 is 998. He could store that memory just by trying to buy the pikes after he has 999 of them, and then drop the negative quantity. And like Alibaba said, a negative is a positive. So, um,
Makes
and
sense.
we see Raiden. He's gonna run his way back up to gargoyles here, and QQ is going to. He just freed Dusk, which comes out of which is basically trapped in that golem he killed, and he's gonna go down and summon Dusk. He's gonna do. Oh God, he's not gonna do more negative duping. What's he gonna do? He's gonna buy the He's gonna
Doesn't
buy
buy
hidden
hidden
body,
body.
right? That's it. Yeah.
Yeah, and the reason you summon Dusk is to get the Crown of Dusk, which will also be used for Gothless later, and for One King, which we'll explain when we get there.
Oh yes. Fun times.
Yeah.
One king. Love it.
But one of the consequences of summoning Dusk is you can just buy hidden body now, which saves a few seconds,
Yeah,
as
and
opposed to buying it from Elizabeth.
yep. And when Raiden gets to the DLC, he'll have to buy it from, as Alibaba said, Elizabeth. Um, so it's just buying hidden body from basically two different sources. QQ is running over to Butterfly now, so you'll see sorcery really play a big deal here, as opposed to, well, Raiden's not going to be using DT. He'll be using fire bombs apparently. So we'll see a different strat there basically.
And QQ picked up the Elite Knight armor set because you actually need the gloves for meme roll setups later.
So yeah, one of the variations you'll see a lot in in these races is in QQ's version, you'll see a few people, Mario, myself, and Alibaba actually Alibaba technically, as he likes to call it, will be duping Priscilla souls while this butterfly takes its sweet time coming down to the place where we can kill it. Mainly because we don't like doing Magic Sif. Why would you do Magic Sif? No way. We should do DT Sif, DT Sif community, and it's totally worth losing a second or two there by duping Priscilla souls. And we see QQ here. He's now subject to have to do Magic Sif, which is probably going to be terrible because he didn't opt to do DT Sif, and that's how it works in these races.
And now you've said that, he's going to get the perfect fight now you've said that.
No, man, he's not doing it. No way. This run's gonna prove my point. He did take a hit purposely from the consistent knight there for an RTSR setup. It actually is pretty consistent ever since one of the modders or one of the people on the DS modding server gave us some info on that knight's AI. We see Raiden killing Lautrec for the same reasons as Alibaba mentioned before. We don't want Lautrec to kill the Firekeeper after you ring both bells. And yeah, someone get a perfect Magic Sif Gold. I mean, yeah. To be fair, what Alibaba's saying is probably going to happen. QQ's probably going to get Sif in like 2 seconds. But it's just terrible. I just know. Like, one of the memes here is you actually have to enter this fight from the side. Because otherwise, if you enter it straight away, these homing soul mass orbs bump into the sword that you see on the right here. And he wouldn't be able to use them. Oh, but honestly, that's just as bad when Sif runs into you and you can't even use them at all.
Actually not a bad fight.
Yeah,
it can go a lot worse, trust me.
Yeah, it didn't prove my point right or wrong, basically. And we have people comparing golds in the chat, which is always fun. I've basically sparked a debate, it seems.
I gotta check mine now. I'm sorry.
We see Raiden actually. He's in Blighttown. He's going to be taking quite a different route because the other place you can get a dragon scale is down by the Blighttown bonfire. So we're seeing Raiden traverse his way down there now. Why are we in racing? We just do a goal. Yeah, exactly. I don't know why we're racing. It's just try to make it fun, but I don't know. He's doing Asylum Gold tournament where I'm second place. Feels good, man. We see QQ running over to Duke's Archives. He move swapped here. This is because DT is actually still pretty good in Duke's Archives. You actually don't use sorcery at all except for Hidden Body. But we'll be using DT to kill the blue golem on the right of the second floor, which is going to drop the pendant, which will give you access to the DLC. provided you can get past these boars with no problem, which should be fine because QQ is on quite a roll.
Yeah, and obviously because this is an all bosses speedrun, we do need to kill the DLC bosses, and that's one of the reasons why you have to go free dusk outside of doing Gothless. And once you do that, this golem, which QQ is about to kill, will drop an item called the golden pendant. Sorry, broken pendant, rather. And that will allow you to enter the DLC.
There's a silver pendant, but
Yeah.
why would you use that?
Oh man, went brain dead for half a second.
So
It's because of Mario talking about golds, probably.
yeah, probably. Honestly, I blame him. So QQ could have used hidden body here. I'm an advocate of hidden body at this part of Duke's Archives, but not every runner does it.
So
Perfectly
chill.
fine. Yeah, it's just extremely cozy. And we see Duke skip, which is probably the most quote unquote casual, one of the most casual glitches you'll see in this run, technically, because it's not actually any kind of glitch. It's more of an exploit because it's allowed in DSR any percent glitchless. So it's not really a glitch. Feels good, man. You're basically just gonna fall in this rail. Oh, never mind. QQ messed it up, but it's fine. It's allowed in no hit runs.
It's actually technically the biggest time save as well in this run.
Yeah,
Saves like 6 minutes.
But yeah, he's just gonna roll onto a floor that normally he wouldn't be able to. Normally he'd have to go through the prison sequence, through the forced death that Seath kills you. It's basically scripted to do that, and then warps you to the prison, and then you would be able to go on the floor that QQ is just going to be able to roll onto now.
Yeah, it's a massive, probably the biggest time save in this game, honestly. Other than Wrong Warp, obviously.
Probably not Sass, which is probably why no hitters don't do it. I'm guessing. I have no idea.
Nah, quit out a band, man.
Yeah, except for Dusk. Nice. Raiden's actually doing pretty well now after ONS. He just had to get over that hump, and he seems to be well in his element, and we'll be saying a lot of cool things from him. He's probably going to be the only time we're seeing this route run, so I would pay a lot of attention to him, especially now that the differences are getting a lot more apparent.
Yeah, he should be doing Framp Dupe after this.
Yeah, absolutely. So actually, if you want to explain that, because I don't know, he's going to Izalith.
Well, he's gonna take the bonfire.
Oh, okay.
What he's gonna do is once he's done the dupes, he's gonna go do better chaos. No, I'm pretty sure.
Feels no wrong with that.
Because you already have DT +5 and all that.
Yeah.
If I remember the route correctly, that is. It's been a few years.
QQ is doing manly drop. It's just there are several ways to get down these crystal caves. QQ is doing a slightly risky method, but it's still pretty easy, called manly drop. We call it manly drop because there's an alternative version that's a lot easier but slower, and it's kind of lame. It's called kitty drop. Or a bunch of more rude or derogatory words if you're a gamer, but we're not.
Gamers are banned here, unfortunately.
Yep. And so QQ is not going... Oh, he is. He's just going to cast it late. So Hidden Body here is going to prevent the clams from chasing you into the arena. If the clams chase you into the boss fight, he's actually messing up on move swap here. But it's... Oh my gosh!
Arena move swap's probably easier than doing it on this surface.
But it prevents the clams from chasing you into the boss fight, as we see Raiden doing some
It might actually run out before he gets in. It's gonna be spooky.
So Raiden is duping the QueueKyoo, and I believe he's gonna dupe the black fire bombs as well, which he'll be using for butterfly. Damn it! I want to commentate on both right now because I think he's gonna get clams. Yes, he is.
Oh, two.
QQ has two clams here. This might be his. Oh no, that was super risky. Oh my god.
He's fine.
He's chill. And actually, if you notice QQ, you see a lot of cursed statues because he's online. But yeah, so Raiden duped the dragon scale and the fire bombs. I'm pretty sure he did it he probably didn't do it by prompt swapping in Fram's menu. So
No, he
he
didn't.
probably, yeah, he likely sold more than he had, and then the game just overflowed the amount and gave him the
Yeah.
maximum
Yeah.
for fire bombs and dragon scales. And now he'll be doing the level up that QQ did in Firelink before Stray. The numbers are going to be a bit different, but the point is you level up and get very big.
Yeah, well, I doubt Raiden's gonna do manliness test, but you never know. Ah,
What's
no, he's
that?
gonna do he's gonna do throw a knife strat.
What's manliness
It's
test?
when you it's when you shoot ceaseless with the bow and then move swap and then kill him. So like what after you aggro him, you move swap basically.
QQ is on a, I will say he's on a roll right now. I think he's deathless up until this point, and he's pulling into the DLC with 49 minutes. That's pretty insane, and he's really making a statement for himself, sending a message to the other runners. That's for sure. I'm getting nervous watching him, to be honest, because I think he's ready to kill.
And now QQ's gonna make his way into the DLC. Let's hope he actually picks up the Crown of Dusk before entering. Okay, he did.
Yeah, an
Nice.
insane no pickup where you just like lose 30 seconds. You probably lose a minute or more. I will. Yeah, I'll save time over QQ by not trading with Snuggly. Exactly, 1 second time save. Um, yeah, so I guess we're gonna see throwing knife and then move swap. I've actually never
Yeah.
seen move swap ceaseless, so this is kind of cool. QQ is gonna get trolled by
Yeah.
Guardian.
You can one cycle him without yourself actually. Oh no. That's QQ's first death, I think. That's really
What are you
unfortunate.
doing? That's okay. Guardian sucks. That was kind of rough, but he should have started
Yeah,
sprinting
he went
earlier. I think he. I
he
don't
went for
think
the
he
YOLO.
knew.
He went for the
Well, I
YOLO
don't think he
attack.
knew that the Guardian was gonna give the lightning attack, and I thought he was. I think he was anticipating headbutt, which is impossible when he's that close to the wall.
Of course, Mario. I don't know
there's no
these new strats on Guardian.
there's no stagger when you get the lightning. Yes, there is. You mean you can stagger him out of that lightning
Wait, can you actually?
if you hit him at the end of his at the end of his air blow, then yes.
I'm stuck in 2018 Guardian, man. Feels old, man.
Yeah, the problem there was Kiku just took too much time because he probably expected headbutt Guardian, which I've done before, mistakenly. Which it's totally fine. Oh, and we see Fire Sage Elevator clip from Raiden.
Yep.
Yeah.
So basically, when you quit out in this game, your character moves back a tiny bit when you load in, and the Fire Sage Elevator actually loads in a bit later than your character does. So if you position yourself correctly, you can actually just clip through before it's loaded by doing a bunch of quit outs. And then you can just plunge on top of Fire Sage's head,
Yep.
which you'll see
It's
here.
it's a huge coincidence that below this elevator is a reskin of one of the only plungeable bosses in this game. Um, because if this boss wasn't actually plungeable, where you have an animation where you're basically stabbing its head, you would just fall on its head and die, or you would probably slide down on the ground and die. And so it's a huge coincidence that this skip actually exists. We see QQ retrying Guardian. Let's see what he gives this time. 4-shot lightning? Nope.
More
Ooh.
cookie guy.
Yeah, that's fine.
No, insane quit out.
Oh, he's actually going to quit out for safety. That's chill.
Yeah.
Yeah. We see Raiden going for Centipede now. So Centipede, just to show you how like different these routes are, Centipede Demon is no RTSR. Oh, maybe fire with lava. Centipede is I don't know. Is gonna be a much later boss for QQ. He's gonna go to him after the DLC. And QQ's getting a really bad Guardian. Yep. Jump back lightning, not surprised.
Or we can punish you.
Yeah, that's like the fifth.
He shouldn't have gone. Oh, okay, he still staggered him.
Yeah, he's
You can
not
actually
dead.
go.
He's
You,
good. That was scary.
you can sometimes go too late there,
Yep.
occasionally. But
Oh, he
you went
almost
early
got
enough.
Raiden almost got pushed into lava. So this is like I feel like I'm getting foreshadowing for what I might be doing if my axe to axe run gets accepted.
So you might remember that we mentioned a thing called meme rolls earlier. Well, we're going to be seeing that in action here from QueueKyoo. If you've played the remaster version, then you'll probably know that it's quite easy to set up in remaster with the equip load you need. But in PTD, the kind of margin is between like basically 0.1% of margin you have, I think, to set it up. As far as I understand, I could be wrong. I think the way it works is basically you get to a point where your character is in the equip kind of area for mid-roll, but you don't have enough equip load to the point where the game actually stops you from being able to roll mid-air. So you can just chain them.
Yep. And he did it correctly, and now he's going to buy as many green blossoms as he can, which is just going to give him stamina regen for the upcoming bosses like Artorias and Manus, formerly Calamite. So we'll actually see Raiden use that for Calamite, but I'm really excited because we're going to see goalless Calamite soon. I just hope he does it correctly. Which QueueKyoo's actually very good at it, so he probably will. We see some Artorias action here. Let's see what he gives.
It's a pretty scuffed
Oh my
half-in at the
gosh.
start.
That feels very remastered.
100% intended.
Left
He fired the
side,
fog
left
gate.
side Artorias. Um, uh, yeah, it's fine. He managed it. The other really important item that QueueKyoo picked up when he picked up Dusk's armor set is the Crown of Dusk, which gives I think what is it? Just boosts your sorcery, right?
It's 20% increase
Yeah.
to source damage, but you also take 30% more damage from magic, but that doesn't really matter.
Yeah. What magic is there?
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I guess you take more damage from Manus, but you're
Well, you
dead
die
anyway.
so
Oh, actually, I wonder if it's why you can do RTSR Gwendolyn here.
probably actually.
Yeah. So basically,
Yeah.
Beta Chaos, he's fighting. Kiku's fighting Gwendolyn, which is all fine and dandy. It's whatever. Um, Bed of Chaos is essentially a platforming challenge. Um, in order to circumvent that, we're just going to throw fire bombs at the two nodes that you need to break down, basically, from Bed of Chaos before you can roll inside a few branches and kill the heart, so to speak, and win this boss fight.
And now it's time for the main event on QQ side. So
Yeah.
basically, the strat he's about to do is called Golfless, and basically what the case was for a long time in DS1 was that Golfless was known about since ESA 2019, but the main issue was you needed basically either Great Magic Shield or Havel Shield with Magic Shield spell, which made it pretty much too slow to do optimally in all bosses in PTD. However, Androv, maybe about a week ago or 2 weeks ago, found a setup that does not require Magic Shield at all, which made it optimal to do it in all bosses.
Yep.
So we'll see if QQ can pull it off here.
It's basically the entire reason why this route has been revamped and why QQ got sorcery early. He's really peaching this, but honestly, I don't blame him because these dogs. You need a very specific setup for RTSR here, and you can't really retry this RTSR setup because by this point he's actually triggered Calamite, and so the motion he has to go through is very fluid here and has to be very continuous. Did you mention Black Separation Crystal?
I did not. So
Okay.
Black Separation Crystal is going to be used for time, and after these first 4 Soul Spears, Calamite's going to fly away. And we missed one soul. Oh, you missed 2 Soul Spears.
That's fine.
This could be
He should be fine.
Yeah, optimally you'd hit him with 4 there, but it's okay. So once Calamite is fully behind the mountain, he's going to do 8 shrugs, or 6 if he gets the fast cycle, and that's just a time for when he has to run back.
Yep, and usually it works. Sometimes Calamite gives really slow RNG, but it's pretty rare, and even if he does, you can just run back and do another cycle. It loses 30 seconds if you do an extra cycle. So it's not optimal in QQ's strat, but we still get a pretty good idea of how much time this saves, because this saves, basically we do Calamite early, we don't have to pick up the crest key, and then after Manus, we don't have to talk to Go to shoot him down. And also, we avoid the terrible RNG that comes with fighting Calamite. you'll see in Raiden's case that Calamite is probably one of the worst bosses in this game, period. And I'm gonna start to go on a rant, so I'll stop myself. But very unfair hitboxes makes no sense. Blah blah blah.
Yeah. He also removes the RNG from Old Gothlas as well, which is nice. You don't
Old
just lose 30
Gothels.
seconds from nothing anymore. The one you do in Remaster all bosses.
Oh yeah.
You don't
Do
lose
I
30 seconds anymore to bad RNG.
do I like any of the bosses in this game? I like Manus and I like Four Kings. I think Manus is one of the fairest fights in this game, but ONS and Calamite are probably the worst things developers have ever even come up with in probably a few decades, I would say. Um, Well, I like Four Kings conceptually. I think Manus is a really nice fight, though. Really fun, and Artorias in a close third, probably. We see no Poggers pathing, unfortunately. Oh, and we see actually. So actually, we didn't mention this. Down the ladder here, QueueKyoo was always doing a plunge, basically a fall damage cancel plunge where you roll midair. But I guess for a safety strat, Raiden just rolled down the ladder. One thing QueueKyoo is going to be doing here, Raiden's actually doing DT Hydra, so pay attention to that if you want to know how to kill him melee. QueueKyoo is going to take the bonfire here, but he's also going to shoot the Sorceress basically on the left-hand side here of this arena, of this area, and he's going to pick up Dark Bead, which will be the late-game magic weapon. Very, very overpowered spell, and when you have 99 int and RTSR plus Crown of Dusk, this will pack a punch. Poggers pathing is
When you just run on the left side.
yeah, it's when you run on the left side of Hellbridge.
Yeah. But it's super cancerous, so it's just run on the right
Yeah.
side, to be honest.
Yeah. Well, it only works if when you were doing the quit out before you picked up the crest key anyway, so it's stupid. Like it doesn't work now, but it was pretty fast. Yeah, so we're not going to see a fog gate skip, Manus, probably not.
I mean, he
No,
has
because he
the
didn't.
health set up.
Did he? Oh yeah, I guess he does.
Unless he's gonna heal, we'll see.
No, he's.
We'll see. No, he's going for it.
No, he's going for it. Yeah. So it's basically just normally you'd have to go downstairs and enter Manus's arena through a fog gate, but since we're not doing that here, you can kind of go out of bounds and basically enter the Manus fight from out of bounds, which is why he doesn't take damage.
Yeah, normally you would. For most bosses, their AI is triggered by the fog gate, so if that was the case for Manus, you'd be able to just kill him without actually having to fight him, but his AI is triggered by his landed in his arena.
You could actually cheese him in,
Yeah, you can.
I guess, a casual run by doing that with the bow or whatever.
Yeah, with the bow, yeah.
Um,
Insane strats.
Yeah,
and
so,
you can look at how much damage DT plus 5 does, man. It's insane.
Yeah, and that was not a ridiculously fast fight from QueueKyoo. Not necessarily because of him, just Manus didn't give very good RNG, and it was still pretty fast. We see the stone armor pickup from Raiden. I believe he mentioned he was going to be using it for Four Kings as a safety strat. But it looks, I guess he might also have Nito as well. Yeah. So if you see here on QQ's screen, he pulled away from the DLC very, very, very early as compared to the other routes. And we'll be able to see the difference in basically how much more time it takes for Raiden to get through the DLC simply because he's doing an older version of the route. Oh, I can't say that. Yeah, I was going to say that Raiden already did Four Kings, but that was only true in my race with Nax. Because of Blight. I guess Blighttown skip, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, he didn't do BTS. I don't know. Whatever. So we see QueueKyoo doing Fire Sage elevator clip, and Raiden is going to be doing Sif. Yes, he has 12 fewer deaths. Regal. The other thing you saw.
I thought it was 2. Okay.
I don't know. The other thing you saw Raiden do is he picked up the Hornet Ring, which I'm guessing he's going to be using for the final boss. Ooh, Sif gave him a terrible attack. That's fine.
Feels bad, man.
Yeah. And QueueKyoo is going to be doing Centipede Demon, but he's not going to be doing move swap Centipede, that's for sure. He's going to be two-shotting him with Dark Bead, hopefully. Three-shot if he doesn't aim well, but point is it's much faster. This is basically QQ's at the boss rush phase of the run. He's finished the DLC, which is the last quote-unquote tricky part of this run. And now that he has Dark Beat, he can really just bulldoze through all of these bosses. Even on 4 kings, he kills the boss in 1 king. So it's
It's
pretty
basically
sweet.
just killing everything with Darkbeard now, pretty much.
Yeah, unless or you just miss Toki bombs and the run's over.
Oh, yeah. What can you do?
Yeah.
I'm not even doing the insane Calamity Ring
Ooh, no
setup.
insane Regal menu optimization strat. But he's gonna do the insane Dust Crown unequipped strat from Regal, so he's just going half and half here on 4 kings. So Raiden's actually
Did
gonna
Raiden's
get.
controller disconnect or something?
Oh, my
That was weird.
controller disconnected.
My controller. It disconnected.
So Foggate skip is actually kind of Foggate Sif is kind of concerning because you don't have the cutscene, and the fight triggers immediately, and also just Sif is terrible, honestly.
Luckily, oh no, you rolled a bit too early on that attack.
That sucks. Damn, that's all right though. Yeah, it's a huge rip, but oh, QQ, what are you? This is interesting pathing. Normally, you're supposed to go a bit more to the left, to the right there, but it's okay.
If it works, and you know, it's fine.
Yeah, I've definitely never died to those before on PB attempts.
No, none of us have.
Yeah, none of
Obviously.
us. The consistent knight misses, and then gives a one-handed attack, but it should be fine. Yeah, QQ with unorthodox strats, left side Artorias, firebomb SGS.
What a mad lad.
What a mad lad, yeah. All because he played remastered. But yeah, we I wasn't gonna mention this, but we saw in the Batwing Demons thing, QQ did a pretty meme jump around the railing to not aggro the Batwing Demons, which is also a pretty meme remastered tier strat. I stopped doing it when I moved to PTDE because people were yelling at me.
It's
And I
such a
wanted,
meme, honestly.
yeah. We see both runners not strafe the witch, the Daughter of Chaos, correctly though, which is concerning, but that's okay. Rightfully so. Yeah, we actually have remastered runners who are probably going to hate me after this commentary for saying things like that. I apologize. Remastered is fine. I'm just memeing.
But are you, though?
I'm memeing, but some people aren't. After this commentary, yes.
I don't know, Mario, you tell me.
I'm just watching both here. Sif is trolling by hopping. And he just R1s him. That's great.
Nice.
And so I think he's up to Butterfly now, right? And that means QQ is just about to finish Beta Chaos. He finishes off with Dark Bead, and now he'll go to
he's gonna do
Ceaseless.
C. He's gonna do C first.
Oh, to C first. Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't really matter the order, but yeah.
Well, it has to. Yeah, I mean, I guess he leveled up.
Yeah, not in this route. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, Ayame, you keep telling yourself that.
Yeah. And now QQ's gonna go to Ceaseless. Gonna have a much easier fight than Raiden did because it's just 2 Darkbeat casts and he's dead.
And we're gonna see that RTSR setup, right? As well.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, he's just gonna slide down the slope. The slope damage is gonna be delayed. He's gonna roll, but he's not gonna purposely roll or iframe the damage. The roll is just so he can. Oh, never mind. He didn't do it. I sound like a dumbass now. Uh, yeah, you can roll there to avoid the stored roll basically that QQ got at the end of that hill. But the point is he takes the damage for RTSR setup, and it's pretty convenient. He's also setting up for air rolls or meme rolls, as Alibaba called it mistakenly. Meme rolls are only if it's in remastered, but it's air rolls in PTDE. It's a very important distinction to make. He'll be setting up air rolls for the catacombs as well, which he'll be doing after Ceaseless. But yes. We also see, well, I mean, we can't see Hidden Body from Raiden, but we see a very similar pathing to QQ here, so we can check that out. QQ is peaching a little bit with this, but that's totally fine. He can easily two-shot Ceaseless, and hopefully he doesn't Dark Sign out too early. He might lose quite a bit of time if he does. And he's going to
He's
peach
good.
it, but that's fine. He actually took the Beta Chaos bonfire. I'm not entirely sure why he did that.
I have no idea why.
Yeah. Oh damn, he remembers to rest at Firelink too. That's insane.
Will we get a sleepy Framp today? Oh, he's actually awake.
He's awake.
Nice.
Insane, no time loss. Raiden's doing Duke skip. It's actually a lot harder than it seems because the roll can be just a bit more precise than it may seem at first glance. You have to roll at a specific. You have to roll at a specific part of the railing, and it could get kind of tough. Actually, that's what happens if you go to. He quit out in time, thankfully. Oh, QQ's getting trolled. But, oh, I would have fallen down there.
Pretty sure that's an instant kill box if you fall as well.
Yep, that's I
Giga.
can definitely confirm I've lost PB attempts and no wrong warp to that, and also to this
Giga,
route.
man.
Yeah. But yes, Kiki is going to be activating this shortcut, and I'll quit out. Is it faster RTA to not quit out?
It's fast RTA not to quit out, but the skeletons can block you sometimes if you don't
Yeah, and
quit
also
out.
this Necromancer, I guess, can sometimes kill you. This is a pretty scary part of QQ's run. Generally, it works, but sometimes the Necromancer can snipe you as you're trying to air roll down here, or you could hit a skull on the way down, which
Ooh, I lost
basically
a PB
screws
to
up your
that
flow.
once.
Yep,
Yeah.
I've lost too many PBs here. I went on a rant during
Yeah.
my NASA run about
So
this area.
yeah, so in no wrong warp, there's a plunge you do instead, a bit more to the left where QQ did the meme roll, but meme roll's about 3 seconds about 3 seconds faster,
Yeah.
and it's a bit safer.
Yeah.
Plus he has hidden body, which is pretty comfy.
And very important distinction, we saw QQ kill Pinwheel in one shot there because he has all of the sorcery buffs. We're going to see Raiden do something very, 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 very different on Pinwheel, and I'll explain it when it comes, but it's you should pay attention when he gets to Catacombs. What are you talking about, Defiance? It's not what I'm talking about. No way. Oh, is QQ taking the... Oh, I thought he was taking the bonfire. He might actually, just because he has so much time. Oh, no, he's not. Are we going to see the fog gate skip? No, we're not.
No, any fog gate skippers in chat?
Yeah. You could do a jump there that saves, I think, about 3 seconds, and you could jump
it's
to
like
skip
2
the fog
seconds or
gate. It's so
something.
stupid. I stopped doing that ever since I did it for basically to try to look cool, and I lost a run to it. Hopefully, he doesn't die here. You could also die here by falling. Sometimes you get bounced, but I also died to a run there. I also lost a run.
This game's a masterpiece, by the way.
Oh, so I think so that was actually the kitty drop that Raiden did. I thought he tried to quit out because I think he thought he messed it up, but I think he was just trying to swap out DCR. But I mean, the two drops that these runners did are very, very similar. It saves 2 seconds, but it loses your pride, basically. Yeah, you lose your pride. But dying on manly drop is very frustrating, to be honest, so I can get it. Ayame does a manly jump because he's learned it from Hitless, which is kind of concerning. So why would you listen to him?
Yeah, so QQ's going into Nito. We'll see if we get to see the really cool two-handed strat for the Scream. Just RNG though, we'll see.
Yeah, I guess I can...
A no-stored roll, it's good.
No stored roll and no Scream.
Yeah, so if you get a Scream, if you two-hand your weapon and block, his Scream just goes right through your character model. Which is pretty cool.
That was 5 spears, but that's okay. Yeah.
And now it's time for one king.
Yeah, hopefully. He has to do
Yeah.
seal skip, but
Yeah.
oh, failing the bench jump. Failing it again. Oh,
So,
he's gonna give up and take the
yeah.
walk of shame.
So once QQ sets up RTSR, he's gonna do what I mentioned, seal skip, and basically, normally obviously you have to go to Ingward and drain the water and all that, but there's actually in a specific spot a little slope quit out you can do, and if you do that, then you can just skip doing all that. We'll see if he can pull it off though.
It's actually not enough damage, I don't think.
He should get it from the jump.
Really? Oh, if he does, probably jumps in the.
Oh, it's just
Oh yeah,
off.
he would have to jump in the middle, I would think.
Yeah, that's what I thought as well. Alright, he's good now.
Yeah, it's totally fine. You just take a hit um
Yeah.
from the hollow, but it's very similar to the basically what happened to Kiku in Blighttown, where you can quit out before the damage is dealt to you. So it's very similar, except he'll be falling a lot faster, and he'll be getting a death cam right as he's supposed to die. So it's a bit trickier to do this, and hopefully he doesn't fail it. It's generally easy if you take your time, like he's doing.
That should work.
Yeah, that will be fine.
Nice.
I mean, I guess it's not against the rules to be online.
It
Otherwise,
is.
Raiden would be the winner,
It is against the rules to be online.
even in
At least
races.
in normal
Yeah,
runs anyway.
yeah, normal runs. But I mean, I don't know if Regal,
You'd
if
have
that's a
you'd, you'd,
rule
have,
you want to
you'd have to ask
invoke.
Regal.
Yeah. Um,
Did
I
we
don't
did we
even think
explain
QQ realized it.
did we explain slope quit outs, by the way?
Yeah, I mentioned it for
Okay,
Blighttown skip.
cool.
Oh, not for the Blighttown
Okay,
failed
so
launch.
QQ drops an item. Optimally you wouldn't, but if he does fail one king, then he will know where the second king will spawn.
And
Oh
we'll see if he
no!
can do it. That's
Oh,
kind of a bad attack,
I
but he'll be
almost
fine.
I almost thought he got hit for a second. Oh,
He did get
that's
hit, but
that was
he
pretty monkey
survived
trick.
it.
Oh, nice. So yeah, with four kings, you can actually do extra damage to them after they die for about 2 seconds or so. And with 45 dex, you cast extremely quick with Dark Beat, so you do so much damage then cast so quickly you can just get one king there with Dust Crown, which is nice.
Yep. Yeah, I actually need to, because the old strat, I guess, before Regal discovered this equip strat, whatever, is to use soul spears and then kill them
Yeah,
with dark beats.
you used to cast 2 Soul Spears to get him down to like the
Yeah,
lowest health, and then you just Dark Beated him. But
which
turns
if
out you can just Dark Beat him without the crown, then re-equip the crown, and then do Dark Beats, and
also we
it's a
see
bit
a lower
faster.
undead berg skip from QQ. It's just a nice. It's not out of bounds, but it's a nice, basically a platforming exploit kind of.
Yeah.
And we'll see him one shot Capper Demon, and he's probably gonna quit out. Oh, I guess he just doesn't care.
Yeah. And it's going to spawn him
Yeah.
outside the arena because when you're actually in a boss fight, it counts the ground as unstable ground. And if you quit out just as the victory achieved message pops up, the game still registers you as being on unstable ground. So it puts you on the last stable ground it remembered you being on, which is before the fog gate. It's a nice little time
He's
save.
super peaching this. But yeah, I don't think he'll be doing the. I don't think either runners are going to be doing the out of bounds transition quit out. So I'll leave it to the commentators of runners who actually do that stuff to explain it. But he'll be running down the depths, and now that he has RTSR, actually, I don't know if he can one shot Gaping Dragon, but
Oh, nice hidden body, by the way.
yeah, I might start. Doing hidden body here.
That's pretty chill, actually.
I mean, it loses time, but whatever.
He's gonna kill the rat.
What if the rat kills him? Oh, he has hidden body.
Yeah. I thought he would just kill him out of spite anyway, for all the runners that have died to him.
I usually try, and then I hit the wall.
Yeah. Speaking of which, it's actually been a really solid run for QQ so far.
Absolutely. I think the only death he had was Guardian.
Yeah.
But I mean, aside from like other failed move swaps, but I mean, all runners do that.
And you see, all Gaping Dragon did the slam there, and he takes extra damage to his head, so he just gets melted. And now it's on to the final boss for QQ,
Yeah.
which is Gwyn.
Sometimes Gaping Dragon doesn't give the slam when you walk into his arena, and you should probably just quit out and reset the fight, which is really
If
slow.
you have RTSR, you still get a 2-shot, but without,
Yeah.
it's like 5-shot or something.
This is terrible, yeah. And so we'll see. It's actually kind of early to explain this, but QQ is going to offer the Lord Souls to open up the door to the kiln, and he's going to take an intentional hit from the Black Knight to get into RTSR, and then he'll make his way over to Gwyn, provided the Black Knights don't troll him. And we see Guardian here for Raiden. Hopefully he could get a better one than QQ. He's on the path to getting a no-death Guardian, and there you go. Oh, Mario said he can still kill him just fine.
Yeah, you could still kill him, but it's not like 2-shot though.
Yeah, that was a nice fight, Raiden, for sure. And okay, there we go. The intentional hit.
Do you want to explain toggle escape, by the way, Ike?
Oh yeah, so one other thing you've seen QQ, and actually Raiden may have done it while he was setting up RTSR during ONS when he was getting hit by that Silver Knight. And we saw them both do it for the consistent Knight, is when you get hit, sometimes you get staggered in this game, but you can actually cancel the stagger animation if you toggle while you're getting hit. So it's actually faster to do that, and it makes it a lot easier to avoid follow-ups that attacks that enemies might give after you take an intentional hit from them. And QQ rolled that attack. That's the Milton swipe, apparently. I guess people know
that's what I call it.
Yeah.
It's my name for it.
I've died to that attack plenty of times as well. The dog spam in Speed Souls, it's just a way of life, man. Like, don't question it.
Like, dogs are amazing. Why wouldn't you want to spam them in chat?
And QQ will
is
fill the
QQ
parries.
going to go for the
He's gonna
riposte
go for the
draft?
riposte, yeah. So I wonder if he'll just quit out here, but it's actually basically the reason why you would want to riposte Gwyn instead of shoot another dark beat at him is because he dies immediately after he falls down from the riposte. If you shoot him with 2 dark beats, he actually takes about like 5 seconds, probably even more, to die, and you can't actually finish until he dies. Nice job, QQ.
Yeah,
120-25 RTA.
It's a very solid run. GG
Yep.
to QQ.
Yeah, absolutely. Honestly, making a pretty bold statement, and I think he's going to be a really, really hard hitter and top performer in this race. And I'm really proud of him because he started pretty recently on any percent remastered, and decided to take his first foray in a PTDE when this tournament came around, and he really just went for it. He had no experience with Prepare to Die Edition or all bosses at all, and he's honestly learned it faster than I've seen other people learn it at all when they've started learning Prepare to Die Edition or even remastered all bosses. So really, really hats off to him, and it's a great statement to show that if you put in enough work, you could do anything in this game, which is something a motto I always live by. So.
Yes, now so now QQ is going to be going on to face Snacks in the second round, which will be next week, I imagine.
Yeah, it should be next week. We may as well mention, we'll mention this at the end, but tomorrow we'll have a race from, I totally forgot who it was. Just a moment. Oh yeah, Duck actually pulled up the schedule here. It's Matt. Yeah, it's Maz versus Kata, and so Kata is one of the best runners in this game, but he's going to be notoriously rusty because he's been playing remastered for God knows how long. So I'd be excited to see Maz destroy him because he's playing remastered, especially all achievements. But he'll probably prove me wrong.
Maz is doing the new meta strats though with melee golfless, so
insane. And Artorias killed Raiden, but that's okay. I almost wanted to see. Oh no, never mind. He didn't. He took the bonfire, but Duck is famous. Well, he's not famous, but if you double KO Artorias, basically if you kill each other at the same time, without taking the bonfire, you have to go back, and then in the Sanctuary Guardian Arena is the double guardians, which I've actually never had the privilege of experiencing. But yeah. Oh, so I don't know if you guys know this. QueueKyoo actually PB'd. Um, I'm actually getting some live feedback from him. He actually got a PB. He got a 1:15:54, actually. So, round of applause to him. That's a pretty good time. Sub 80. Well, he had a sub 80 before, but it's pretty awesome. He died once. He only had one death to Sanctuary Guardian. So honestly, just an overall really good run from him. And yeah, I'm super proud of him.
Yeah, a very solid run.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
No lock,
nice.
nice
He
no
did that
lock on.
without lock on strats too. Yeah. Yeah, but he can't submit it to the leaderboard because he was online.
Yeah. Yeah. Online world record.
I wonder if he noticed. Oh, he knew. He knew. He noticed. Yeah. He can't even submit it. That's a classic QQ thing to do everything correctly and then just play online. So I heard from the grapevine that QQ was playing Apex last night and forgot to switch it back to offline mode. So that's why. Stop playing Apex, kids. Don't do what Capitan did.
Yeah.
Why is it not? Rio will explain why it's not allowed Tannered. Because um because online you can get unexpected gifts from from just players online that give you Estus flasks and stuff like that. So there's no reason to.
Yeah, it's some other reasons as well.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, several other reasons.
Like I think there was
Um,
something with PCC wrong warp as well,
mhm.
because you can just use the item online and then use the homeward bow instead of having to
um,
item swap.
so
I
is
think was the thing.
Raiden? Yeah, Raiden is triggering Calamite right now. So this is where QQ would kill Calamite with sorcery, but he's triggering Calamite so that later on he can talk to Go, who will shoot Calamite down and allow him to fight Calamite while he's on the ground, which we'll see is again a nightmare of a fight.
Yeah. And he's gonna have to do the older way of going through Ulasio without meme rolls. Which used to be done in ES Malus, actually.
Oh yeah, he's not doing meme rolls here. So this is yeah, the old ES Malus stuff. I have not seen this in a very long time. But he's running over to pick up the crest key, which opens Go's door. So he'll go pick up the crest key, and then he'll go fight Manus because he's close to Manus's arena at this point. And then he'll circle back over to Go. So he'll pick up. I hope he has the Lloyd's Talisman. He does. Yes. Okay. So he'll pick up the Lloyd's Talisman to basically open the Mimic chest without having to fight it. And he's not going to quit out here, which
Yeah, and
should be okay.
you also noticed that he triggered Calamite before coming here. And the reason for that is because the kind of intended way to fight him is you go to his arena, you get screwed around, you get screwed by him pretty much in a casual
You
setting,
go.
and you get the key, and then you go speak to Goff, and he shoots him down, and then you
But
fight him on the ground.
this can definitely happen to you, and you can die. But that's
Yeah,
fine because he doesn't have to go back to the crest key.
yeah.
He actually, I think he might, because he didn't activate the elevator, did he?
Oh yeah, he's gonna have to run through again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, the additional time loss in this route feels bad, man.
Also, I have to take care of something. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
I'm all alone. I'm all alone now, guys. Sad. Yeah. I don't know, Mama. I have no idea. Alright. So is he oh, he is running back. I think he picked up the crest key though. Wanted to pick up his insane 50,000 souls. Feels good, man. So,
Yeah, I'm back. Sorry.
I don't think he's gonna do Pogger's Pathing though.
No Poggers pathing that didn't exist back in this route. Can't do it.
Yeah. It's okay. It never existed in my mind anyway.
It's just a figment of your imagination.
Yeah. Yeah, Regal. Well, that's understandable.
He's locked in strats. He'll have Poggers path. Yeah. Well, actually,
Nice.
who's doing Poggers pathing tomorrow? Kata?
It'll
He
be
doesn't.
Ayame has a new Pogger's Pathing, I think.
Is Ayame running tomorrow?
Yeah, I think he's racing tomorrow.
Okay.
If I remember
I was
correctly.
gonna say Kata doesn't know Poggers pathing.
I
He's
think
played too
it's.
much remastered.
Let me just verify who it's against. Yeah, it's against D9.
Yeah. So Alibaba and I will probably not race until a week from now at the earliest. I'm actually going to be commentating another race before I have to race the winner of Red versus Dark 1. So, oh, we have 2 races tomorrow. Well, I'm excited. It'll be fun.
Yeah, and I'll be co-commentating both of them, which will be fun.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, with Mario. So
That'll be a nice duo.
stay tuned.
And we may not see Foggate skip here, so I think we're going to see the quote-unquote intended way that you're supposed to enter this Manus Foggate skip, or this Manus fight. It's still going to be an RTSR setup, but it's a little bit slower than the Foggate, but frankly, I was doing this up until 2 weeks ago. It's actually pretty sweet. You can get a pretty fast Manus fight, depending on the opener he gives when you do regular Foggate Manus. This is actually the one you can get a really fast opening on, but it's like Commander Ike exclusive, so I wouldn't expect Raiden to like know it.
Oh, the knees
The
of death
animation
got him.
cancel. So if you hit Manus in the arm like that, he could actually start his attack immediately, and that was one of the worst attacks he could do in that position.
Yeah, he could have actually rolled the knees of death there, but
Could he have? Because he was doing the
yeah.
second half. Yeah,
I'm pretty sure he could have. Pretty sure
That's
there was enough
possible.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can also strafe them too, sometimes.
Yeah, strafing it isn't terrible, but that close, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, no, you'd have to roll that close. Nice stored roll.
Better he gets a stored roll there than if you were doing the Foggate skip and got a stored roll. As we didn't
Yeah.
explain the stored roll. Sometimes in this game, when your character lands, just neglects to roll sometimes, and you get stunned for a prolonged period of time, and sometimes it leads to your death. Actually, Raiden was would have had a really big problem if he had gotten a stored roll at Valley of the Drakes when he was picking up that RTSR. Yes, QQ, we know. Congratulations. But it's an invalid PB, so it doesn't matter.
Congratulations on the online world record, QQ.
And the online world record. Yeah. And so we see Manus picked up here, and now Raiden will go over to Goff to shoot down Calamite. We won't be able to see the really cool cinematic cutscene, but trust me, Go will shoot him down, and then we'll get one of the worst boss fights of this run.
I feel like I haven't seen that cutscene in like 6 years.
I haven't seen it since playing casually, and that was such a long time. I mean, you can definitely get a better one, but it was really cool for you to do it on stage, quote unquote. It was a good run, aside from Guardian, obviously.
It was a very, very nice run. Yeah, next race you can get a Deathless run, QQ.
For sure. Against Nax.
Yeah.
Yeah, please install the offline mod, QQ. What is this thing known as going offline in Steam? I don't know the difference. And so yeah, you basically have to tell Go, hi, I'm scared, but also I'm a brave knight and I'm willing to face him, and then he'll just shoot Calamite down for you. Otherwise, he won't do it because like
and you have to trigger Calamite first, because normally in a casual playthrough you enter his arena, you die, you get the key, and you go to Goff, and he's like, "Oh, are you having trouble with this dragon?" You're like, "Yeah, can you help me out, bro?" And then he shoots him down for you.
he's an optional boss, so maybe people just skip him.
Yeah. Yeah. I bet some people didn't even know he existed.
Yeah, people probably just thought he was a dragon that just
It's not like they tell you what to do.
It's not like they tell you how to get in this entire part of the game. Imagine finding out how to access the DLC, kill the random golem that's there anyway in Duke's archives, even when you don't summon Dusk.
I think that was on the Bandai Namco helpline when the DLC came out, because so many people didn't know what to
Helpline.
do. Yeah,
Hi, can you reinstall Prepare to Die Edition? No, I don't think we can. I'm really sorry. We're making a lot of money on remastered.
Yeah, it feels bad, man. I feel bad for all the new runners to BH.
Oh my. QQ is one of. I mean, I'm one of them technically, right? I started only a year ago. All right, and here we're gonna see why this run sucks. Oh boy.
Well, maybe he'll get a good fight. Who knows?
No.
Never mind. It's all over now. Yeah.
Yeah, bad opening. This is just classic Calamite.
Oh, the rare backflip. Nice.
The insane backflip, but Raiden didn't show his camera correctly.
That was a
and
pretty
he
monkey-shaped
dodges
roll.
that attack. That's a stupid attack by him. That's really dumb. And now Calamite's just gonna walk. We don't know what he's gonna do. And of course he's gonna wait. He's gonna do this fire. Ooh, that's an interesting way to avoid that attack.
Okay, should be able to finish him, yeah.
Oh, and now he's doing this is what would be the good opening if he were to do this at the beginning. But that fight sucked. I mean, it was fine, but it could have been way worse.
Yeah, not the worst.
Yeah, but just goes to show you how much faster, easier, and more convenient killing Calamite early is, and just how much more time it saves. So he's done with the DLC. I think he just needs to do Priscilla, Gwendolyn, and is that it? Gaping
Capra, Gaping, Nito, Priscilla, Gwendolyn, Four Kings.
Cursing at every boss. I ain't cursing. This is a family-friendly stream.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why gamers aren't allowed here.
I hope you're taking notes, because you're gonna have to be commentating with me for one of the races, Ayame. Super excited. Why is he so far behind? I mean, he's not necessarily far behind. I reckon that if you were to try this, you might also find yourself dying a lot just because sometimes this game sucks.
Yeah. My first ever all bosses run was like 4 hours. So, yeah.
Yeah.
That was in 2016 with Grapple, to be fair.
Oh, you meant compared to the other one? I suppose. Yeah, like Regal said, it's mostly because of the mishaps he had with the Drake sword, and ONS was just kind of terrible to him. But he's making his way along pretty well. I mean, this is still a very solid run.
Yeah. You did very well considering that, QueueKyoo.
I mean, I imagine that's why some of the move swaps were missed.
Oh, this is kind of YOLO-ish. Low
Oh,
on the bird skip
so
though.
yeah, I don't know what this camera setup is,
It
to be
it is
honest.
it is it is technically faster actually to do it this way, but it's kind of YOLO.
QQ, you weren't looking at his screen like you said you would. Oh, he didn't pick up the rubbish, right?
Yeah, unfortunate.
Oh, actually, he may have picked it up the first time. I don't remember. Oh, he didn't have time to play stream and mute audio. Oh, that's fair.
Oh, we got the skip, nice.
There we go. I didn't see it. I feel like I saw it, but I may not have, so I don't know. And yeah, it's an interesting way to stick. Usually don't have to kill the dogs there, but totally fine. Oh, this is DT Capra.
Ooh, Monka Drake.
I didn't even know this was a
Oh,
thing, but I guess it
this
is.
is yeah. There's no avoiding that really.
I mean, he could have. He probably could have quit out, but
Yeah. You can actually use if you don't have hidden body, you can actually use stone armor for Capra. And you can
oh,
tank the attacks.
yeah.
But,
And he's gonna bow to us, um, because he still got the key, right? So he doesn't have to do Capra skip again. Oh, does he? Does he have to
yeah,
do lower end? Yeah, he
yeah,
does.
he
But
does.
he could go as far as doing boxes. He doesn't have to do that lub skip. So I would encourage him to, let's see some variety here. It's kind of really boring. We're going to be seeing that skip a lot throughout the tournament. So yeah, this is the greatest show, man. It's not the words.
Oh no.
Oh, tuna. Oh, never mind. Well, I guess we'll get to see if he picked up the rubbish.
No, I didn't. I think.
Nope. Maybe now he'll do it. Nope.
Are you behind, by the way, Ike, on the
I
stream?
might. Maybe I am. I don't know.
Seem
No,
to
I'm
be.
only like I'm a second and a half behind.
Ah, okay.
I'm watching from the feeds though, so I'm watching negative parachute.
Yeah, same. Oh,
Oh
nice
my
work, man.
gosh!
Oh, it worked!
Did that work?
Dude, that's so
Insane
swag.
strat!
Nice.
Oh my gosh!
Dude, this race, man. Oh,
In so many ways, this
heck,
is the best run we'll probably see in the
yeah, it's
tournament.
heck, it's
Yeah.
a heck of a way to kick off the tourney.
Yeah, I gotta practice that.
Yeah.
Yeah, generally when that will happen, it's the worst thing in the world. There are plenty of times when lock-on mechanics can just not work and be very unpredictable, but in that case, I guess it somehow worked. I don't know. To be fair, I'm not really sure why he locked on. I'm guessing he must have fat fingered something, but I have no idea. Ooh, we see move swap Gaping Dragon as well.
It's gonna be move swap everything from here on out.
It's always been move swap everything. I just can't.
Always has been.
Always has, always will. Thanks for the raid, Kata.
The insane Kato raid, nice. Yeah, Kada just casually scouting out the competition before his race tomorrow.
Good luck on your run tomorrow, Kata. And he's gonna see the insane rat kill.
Oh, you could have finished him there, actually.
I think he could have too, but I guess he wanted to play it safe. How many bosses left in the run displayed on the left? That would be, well, this is actually the second to last boss, right? No, yes, it's do Nito.
Yeah, yes,
So
Nito,
Pinwheel Nito.
Four Kings, and Gwendolyn and Priscilla.
Oh, damn it. I was making a joke about how different the pinwheel fights were going to be, but I was like, wait, he is actually doing a different pinwheel.
Oh, we got the sound effect. Nice.
What?
It's
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, it's an amazing meme with these kind of routes.
That sounded like
you're pretty much required to do it if you do a race with a route like this. Honestly.
Even in PB attempts.
Of course. Blesses the run.
That's hilarious. I straight up didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah.
I'm a zoomer.
Great. It's the best part about doing Stray after Capra. You're right, Regal. This is actually a good Dragon 2 fight on Stray coming up. Probably.
Yeah, these hollows can be kind of annoying, so best to just take the safety strat and wait for them to walk up a little bit. QueueKyoo kind of YOLO'd it, and he ran down immediately. It's a bit risky, but he managed it well. And wow, yeah, so we see the difference here. Is we have DT +5. A 3-hit stray fight. What is this?
Ooh, okay.
Oh, that's okay. So actually, one thing that can happen here is the hollows can actually follow you into this fight and distract you as you're trying to kill Stray, which is kind of annoying. And I guess he's going to kill the Black Knight too.
Yeah, it's one shot, so I'd imagine so. Ew, insane, Peanut. Nice. PogChamp.
And so we got Nito. Did he do Priscilla yet?
No, he's gonna do it right before Gwyn.
Oh, okay.
Or do it before Gwyn. So he's gonna do Nito, Four Kings, then Priscilla, Gwendolyn, then Gwyn.
Oh, he's using Ulasil Ivory Catalyst as well.
Yeah, if you're only getting hidden body, then it's you can use that.
Oh, that's true. I wonder if it's faster to get the Isolith Catalyst then. Maybe not, though.
Well, the Ulasil Catalyst deals like no damage though, that's the problem.
Well, yeah, but if you're only getting hidden body...
Isolith one's the same as like Sorcerers, I think.
But if you're only getting hidden body, then just get whatever catalyst is faster. But...
Well, yeah, that's why you got this one.
Well, I was saying, is it faster to get Isolith Catalyst because he goes to Beta Chaos earlier? But
I see what you mean.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. It probably would be. Well, actually, no, it wouldn't be because you have to talk to Elizabeth anyway.
Yeah. I mean, it's fewer inputs, and it's not like because you get it from killing Fire Sage, right? Oh, but you have to
Yeah,
pick it up, right? Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah. Okay, never mind. And this is so he's just gonna do the drop down and then
Insane routing while commentating.
yeah, insane routing while commentating, but it's not correct routing. If Doc were here, he'd tell me, but he must have AFK'd. Because where is it? It's almost nighttime for you guys in the UK, right?
Yeah, it's 9 p.m. right now.
Mm. Move swap pinwheel. I don't know. Do you actually one shot him with one
Yeah, it's
missile?
one run and attack, I'm pretty sure.
There's no RTSR, but I guess it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still one shot him.
Better than BKH.
Yep. So what's actually happening here is there's supposed to be a message that says when you get the right of kindling, you could kindle bonfires, and it's kind of an unskippable message. But you could actually prevent that message from popping up in the first place by opening up the pause menu before it's meant to pop up. And if you do that, then there's not actually anything stopping you from climbing the ladder as early as the boss dies. The only reason why you wouldn't be able to open up to climb up that ladder before it opens is because that stupid message lasts for as long as it does. But if you prevent it from opening in the first place, you can just clip through the wall that's opening uh, for the ladder to be used, and you can use the ladder early.
And also when you arrive in Firelink and after ONS, there are messages that pop up, but if you open the keybind menu, it cancels them.
Yeah, I guess maybe we saw
Oh
QQ do that.
no!
Oh,
Oh, that's a really bad death.
uh,
It's a really long one back.
that's unfortunate, but it's all right. Um, he's quitting out.
Looks like it looks like he's not gonna
Oh, he's
do
just gonna.
the run
Okay,
back.
all
I
right.
don't blame him, to be
I
honest.
don't
It's a
blame him.
really
That kind
long
of
run
sucks.
back.
All right. Well, that was a very nice run from Raiden. Anyway, he would have only had a couple more bosses, which honestly
Yeah,
probably wouldn't have been too bad.
he soldiered through the memes
Absolutely,
he got. It's very
and we love
commendable.
him for it.
So, yeah, round of applause to Raiden and QQ. It's a
Yep.
nice
And I
race.
think Regal's going to move them in so we can get some final words from them. Hello.
Hey guys.
Hey, what's up?
So, how are you guys feeling?
I'm static. Um, I thought I was gonna do terribly. Sorry, I'm eating. I thought I was going to do terribly, but I actually ended up PBing. Too bad I was
Well,
in.
congrats, QQ.
Too
Uh,
bad you were online.
yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I forgot
Yeah.
to switch that off beforehand, but whatever. Um,
Nice run from both of you for sure.
yeah. Uh, GG to Raiden. I hope you do better in the losers bracket. But
I hope so too.
yeah, I have to.
I was hoping to showcase a very fun round. I had to
Yeah.
improvise a
You
lot.
did. You
I,
still
I, de-
did.
I definitely have to go
Yeah.
back and watch your route because again, I didn't have time to set up the video,
It
so I
was
couldn't
pretty
see.
fucked. Like I died to a Hellkite, so I had to run back, and then I couldn't get the tail, and I was like, right, time for a backup. So I went through Valley of Drakes, picked up RTSR, and realized I have no weapon to kill Gargoyle, so I need to skip those. So I need some extra souls in order to get the level ups I need to use the
Yeah.
DT when I get to Anablondo. So
Well, that was an
I
insane lower undead berg jump. I'm gonna have to
Yeah.
practice that
Yeah.
Yeah, that that was
a long
crazy. I saw
time.
that.
yeah, with the camera lock on.
But it worked.
Oh my
That's all that
god.
matters. Yeah. Uh,
Yeah, that's probably my worst trick in this entire run.
Yep. Yeah, I overall feel pretty happy about how that went for me. Yeah,
it's a hell of a lot of fun to commentate. That's for sure.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's all
Yeah.
from us. I mean, I guess.
Just a final note that obviously tomorrow there will be two more races. There'll be Maz versus Kata and also Ayame versus D9 right afterwards. At starting at 4 p.m. UTC, if I remember correctly.
I'm definitely looking forward to seeing
Yeah.
both of those.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Should definitely check it out.
Thanks everyone for watching.
It's you and Mario on commentary,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
For
we'll be
both?
doing both matches. Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, thanks
Yeah.
guys so much for watching. We really appreciate it. If you want to learn these runs, go to Speed Souls Discord, Speed Souls Wiki, all that stuff. I think a lot of you know. Be sure to check out these runners. MrRaiden, I'm not sure if you stream, but QueueKyoo streams. Ali and I both stream. So, check us out. We run this route and we try to do well, but memes happen sometimes and it sucks, but we have fun. Yeah, thanks guys so much. And yeah, I think we'll hand it off to whoever we're supposed to be doing that to.